Alright, hello everybody. We are now live. We are back with the next episode of Spacers, our D&D in Space campaign. I'm gonna go ahead and get some background music going, and then we'll get into the recap. Alright. And if anyone out there in chat needs to let me know if audio is bad and needs to be punished, I will take care of that. So does somebody else want to give the recap? Or do you want me to take care of it? I see we have no volunteers. Very well. I shall give the recap. Last time on Spacers, our heroes took a job bringing them to this asteroid mine, which is loading in on the map now. They were sent here on a simple task, squash some bugs, or, well, in this case, rats that had overtaken the station. They were required to keep a lot of information of what they would discover here secret, in order to take the job, but they did find the creatures, which we have come to learn are called Illithorats. Genetically engineered creatures, using giant rats fused with, it seems, illithid DNA. The Illithorats were being used to mine this asteroid, experimentally at this point, before promise of upscaling the business, as they were genetically engineered in such a way as that they could digest solid rock, transmuting it into protein and fats in their digestive systems, and then passing all of the valuable materials, the rare earth elements, gold, silver, anything valuable would be passed through. All of the less valuable rock magically transmuted to sustain them. An automated mining force was the thought. They found the researcher maintaining these creatures was named Dr. Blank, or at least that was the name he was going by. Piecing together what they could find of what happened here from the various data disks scattered about, they realized that they discovered a passageway that was uncovered by the Illithorats. A man-made... Man is the incorrect word. An intelligently made structure inside the asteroid. Then, there, they found a pool of a strange psionically conductive material, and in the center of which one of the Illithorats had grown and swollen to immense proportions and become an Illithorat queen, birthing more of the creatures. They slew this creature, and the reinforcements which came, completing their assigned mission. They did find a depiction of a mind flare and a lithid in those ruins, and Clank was compelled to touch it. They made a saving throw, and managed to avoid having too much information stolen from them, before Gemella, I believe it was, pulled them away. With the job done, the crew makes their way back to their ship, the Empress, a little richer for it. They have stolen, in addition to the job that they have been sent to do and the pay that they expect to have for it, they have stolen the rolling office chair. Also, a barrel filled with unidentified psionically conductive liquid. An egg from an unhatched Elithorat egg. And a exosuit. These treasures, and the experience to reach level 4, in hand, you make your way back to the Empress. Alright. On board the Empress, I will now ask, in order to complete your mission, you need to go back to the planet of Imperia, and meet up again with Mr. Johnson, who hired you for this job, in order for him to pay you. But you have a spaceship, and so I will ask, to where do you go? And are there any preparation? And I'm assuming you were going to Imperia, so I will also ask any preparations you wish to make before returning or before scheduling that meeting with Mr. Johnson.
Don't we have to repair the ship?
Yeah.
Well, you do need to repair. You do need to repair the ship before the ship can land. So that is true. You may wish to then, but you will be able to repair it in orbit over Imperia. There will be ship docks there.
Oh, okay.
But I suppose there is the question, will you take public transport down to the surface to meet with Mr. Johnson? Or will you make him wait?
Depends how long the repairs will be.
We didn't have a set time limit of like when hey, come back to me next week. You just said, hey, get done, come back.
Yeah,
So
that is.
We take.
It's not like we couldn't contact them, right?
Well,
That's true. If you're within the system, you can, send him a message.
Technology is convenient.
Mm-hmm.
Give them a ring-a-ding.
Yeah. So since you're within the same star system, communication travels at the speed of light, but you're within the same star system, so you can get a message to him. Real-time communication is difficult, but you can send him a text, an email, a link to your YouTube videos. So I guess I will ask.
What that booty do?
Who's our comms officer? Is it?
That's
Fine.
me.
That would be
Okay,
Hesketh. Yes.
I vote for heading into an orbit station and messaging and just saying like, "Hey, job's done. Ship's a little worse for wear. Do you want to meet up here? Do you want to meet down there? ETA. Just feel lay of the land."
Okay, I can work with that. So you return to the airspace over the planet Imperia. Airspace is the wrong word. Space? I don't know. Orbit.
Upper atmosphere?
Above the atmosphere? I don't know. You return to orbit.
The ionosphere.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say orbit. You return to orbit around the planet Imperia, moving in from the asteroid belt where the mine had been located. And you request dock at one of the many spaceship repair stations around the planet. Imperia is the capital of an empire, after all. Ships come and go constantly. Many of them are too large to actually land on the planet's side at all. And so there are many space stations, and many places for repairs. It's trivial for you to acquire a dock and get a team of mechanics working to repair the damage. The damage is not superficial, but not so grievous as to take a long amount of time. The engineers reckon they'll have you space-worthy, or, well, I guess you already are space-worthy, atmosphere-worthy in a day. Less than, but, 8 to 12 hours they'll have you ready to go. They begin work, and,
As long as you don't try to sell us on headlight fluid.
they will... This is Imperia. They are going to upcharge you anything they think they can, and they will attempt to upsell you on everything that they think they can. They will sell you windshield wipers for your spaceship if they can convince you to buy them. But Gabe is a veteran mercenary, and he knows these kind of tricks, and is able to get through with minimal hassle.
Are you sure we don't need the windshield wiper fluid? That seems very important.
What type of fluid is it? Like, is it an acid? Is it a... what? Is it a type of jelly?
It's the same kind of fluid that makes elbow grease.
You know that doesn't narrow it down based off the elbow.
Clank over there literally oiling their elbows as this conversation is going on.
No, that joke would have killed if I didn't have to deal with cyborgs.
Oh, yeah, it sucks to deal with cyborgs. Tell me when you do.
Look, he's from a different time.
Different people.
But all right.
So I think we just send the message of job is done. Ship is damaged. Getting it repaired. Do you want to meet when complete, or do you want to meet now?
Mr. Johnson will give you, will tell you, after Heskey sends the message, Mr. Johnson will reply, Heskey, the ship gets a message, it's a time and place. Mr. Johnson has declared that you will meet him tomorrow, at the same mercenary bar that you, met with him before, at a given time.
Now, do we have proof that we killed everything? Because I was kind of out of it that whole time. I got kind of loopy.
Yeah, you even ate that thing I gave you.
I ate a rat.
And we're very proud of you for that.
Was it more like teriyaki, or was it like a meaty steak? I'm so confused about that.
It was bad.
No doubt about that. All right. Let me grab your tokens, and then I will take you
To the arcade and use those
To
to
the
play Pac-Man Fever.
Oh, wait,
Yes.
question real quick. Before we talk to him, are we going to be blackmailing him with all the information we know?
That's a good thing to
I think
discuss.
we're going to yeah, I think we can imply if like he tries to be weird about stuff, but just be open about it. It's just like, hey, he's also part of the NDA. Like, he knows the shit we're dealing with.
Well, yeah, but we also have all the a copy of all the messages, all the data, basically, that they back to re-replicate it.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can at least try to talk a bonus out of it.
We could always just go as if we did the job and we didn't pick anything up, and if he starts going like, oh, this, that, or the other, like, oh, now we can go in and sweep for things, then we can go like, or we have this.
Well, to be fair, also, the rats ate a lot of stuff, so how can they prove what the rats ate and didn't?
Mm-hmm.
Same
Okay.
meeting places before.
That is the plan, or at least you were told the bar.
Do we see him in the building at all?
You do not. You've appeared to have arrived before him.
Okay. Go up to the bar and just go like, wait for a job. Give me like a Jack and Coke or sci-fi D&D equivalent of a Jack and Coke.
Alright. What's a sci-fi equivalent of Jack? I have no idea. Yes, Jack and Coke.
Oh, you like it old-fashioned, I see.
I'll order
No,
a
an
pan
old
galactic.
fashioned is a completely different cocktail.
Let's
I know.
YOLO this. I'll do a pan galactic gargle blaster.
No, look, I can't stop you because you're your own being, but we are about to go into a meeting.
The bartender looks at you.
Don't worry,
Do
I'll
you
be fine. What?
Oh, Jamala. Let me move you up to the bar then.
We belly up.
The bartender looks at Jamela and is like, I have no idea what this will do to a creature of your biology.
Yeah, it's fine.
I heard that's fruity. Can I have one?
Can I have a swimming pool?
A swimming pool.
Now, listen here. A swimming pool of this stuff would kill you multiple times over. But all right, 3 pan-galactic gargle blasters coming up. You gotta drink them in that room. It's the designated place for it.
So is Hesky gonna be joining me for this?
Yeah.
All right, then I go with Hesky to the room.
All right.
What
Is
room
Clank
is it?
going as well?
Yeah, I'll be going as well because I want to see what the drink is.
All right. You make your way into a special room, which you realize is reinforced and shielded from the inside.
What the fuck do people do after they drink this?
Oh, you'll find out.
Only a small percentage of them explode. The bartender says
Oh,
as
thank
he.
God! I thought they were gonna just like throw up everywhere.
That's been known to happen. The bartender puts 3 smoking cocktails down on the table in front of you. Enjoy. He steps out of the room and presses a button, which causes the room to become shielded completely. He then shakes his head sadly and returns to the bar.
Explosion in the
bottoms up.
distance.
I clink the glass. I clink my glass with Hesky's, and I just kind of like shove it inside of me.
All right.
That's
Hesky.
a unique way to drink.
Yeah.
Hesky, as you consume this beverage, it is like being what is the phrase?
You want the
hit
exact
in the-
quote? I have it up.
Yes, please give me the exact quote.
Its effects are similar to having your brain smashed out by a slice of lemon wrapped around a large gold brick.
Yes.
I like this so far.
And then I need you to roll a D100.
Yep. It's not
All right.
an explosion.
No. For the next minute, any flammable object you touch that isn't being worn or carried by a creature bursts into flames. Fortunately, the couch in here is specifically made not to be flammable.
Okay.
That is
Question.
fortunate.
Is it
Do
our
we-
plasmoids flammable?
They're not
well,
objects.
They're not objects, but
They're not a noun.
Do I get set on fire?
But if there is any remaining liquid in your drink, in your cup, it does catch on fire. And hold on, I do have to reload roll 20 because it has decided to just go all black on me.
Oh,
So what you're saying is I turned into Spencer from iCarly.
Just everything just sets on fire around you. Yeah.
Yes,
all right.
yes, absolutely. So
don't touch my sword.
What do you got there? A smoothie.
A smoothie. What do you got there? A flame.
all right. And then, Jamela, do you also consume yours?
Yes, but how I do it is I basically just shove the entire glass into me.
All right. As you shove the entire glass into you, absorbing it, the liquid begins to disperse, and it's like being hit in all of the body with a slice of lemon wrapped around a gold brick.
Very large gold brick.
Very large gold brick, yes. Jamela, you suddenly feel much heavier as if you have swallowed a golden brick. Also, roll a D100.
Oh no.
Don't explode.
I mean, if anybody should explode.
89.
89. 89. You become invisible. During that time, other creatures can't hear you. The invisibility ends if you attack or cast a spell. So I'm going to say that, Jamela, you completely disappear, except there is just an empty shot glass floating in your stomach.
Oh, but at this point, you know, she's freaking so smashed that she just, like, she reverts to her, like, slime form and just blobs out.
Oh,
So
she's
she's just
gone.
an invisible blob. I'm pretty sure Clank can like feel a little bit of her on him.
Damn, this shit's strong. I feel like I wet myself.
And Clank, I don't know if Clank is capable of experiencing this because they are not of the organic variety.
Yeah, no idea.
Yeah, I feel like probably not. But yes, you do certainly have an invisible goo melting into you, and and Hesky, who is very spicy at the moment.
One person on fire, or a person invisible, me just in there. It's fine. It's okay.
Okay, now I'm
Is-
curious. Can I touch? Can I touch everything in the room?
Yes, you start touching everything in the room. Now, a lot of the furniture in here is specifically fireproof because one of the results on this table is casting fireball on yourself. So, the couch and the table are non-flammable, as are the screens. However, there are a few knickknacks in the room on the table that are indeed flammable. You pick up, such as a bowl of peanuts. Each one, as you attempt to pick up the peanuts, they each burst into flames on your hands. Yes,
Hot.
very spicy.
I just
nuts.
picked them up
Yes.
one by one and just see them burst into flame.
Oh,
Like, ooh,
Fire-
peanut, peanut, peanut.
Ooh, peanut. Aw. Ooh, aw. Oh my God.
Wonderful.
I have no object permanence.
All right. Okay.
Not
When I
like
had to-
those peanuts.
When I had to reload Roll20, I got both of my
Wait, what did it-
Roll20 windows got logged into my second account, and now my GM screen is not the GM. I have to
Oh,
fix
no.
that.
let's give me a
Wait.
second.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just realized something. If I can be poisoned, I probably can comprehend organic things.
That's true. Do you wish to get smashed in the head with the gold brick?
I would like to eat the glass, yes.
All right. Clank, you eat the glass. You suspect as if you will have to pay for that later. But you do indeed become as smashed as the others and may roll a D100 for madness.
I like how the
Nah.
number's getting bigger.
Speaking of getting bigger, Clank, your size increases by 1 size category for the next minute.
Wow, you guys
Kind of
make
crime to near.
wow, you guys make your guys so small. I wonder what mine did.
Can you even fit through the door now?
They cannot.
That's your question.
However, it does only last a short time.
Is there a small gap in the door that Jamela can slink through?
Because you were a slime, yes, I will allow you to Alex smack your way under the door.
Whoa, Jesus, that's a reference.
Sorry, I'm old.
Jamela just starts blobbing. She's still a blob at this point, by the way. She's just
Mhm.
like blobbing her way. She probably doesn't even notice that she's like invisible. She just starts blobbing her way back over.
Good to oh, you're invisible. Never mind. I don't say that. Stray, Justice, and Gabe, while
Yes.
you're sitting at the bar, you do see your contact enter. Mr. Johnson, the representative for Inspire Incorporated, has arrived.
no.
Stand up, just kind of to greet him, give him a handshake, all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Because I figure he probably wants a private booth to actually engage in the meeting.
Indeed. He'll shake hands with you. He'll not look to the bartender, who just sort of nods and says, booth 2. And, Mr. Johnson will make his way over to booth 2.
Part of me expect him to walk in. It's like, what the fuck?
Hold on, I've just been hailed. I'll be right back.
Okay. In the meantime, we get back to Clank and Heskey. Clank, you are very large, and you are seeing, Heskey is, obliterating these peanuts one by one from the bowl. But a minute passes. Heskey, the remaining peanuts no longer burst into flames. They must be defective.
Aw. Oh, hey, now I can eat them.
It's roasted chestnuts.
Yes. But Clank, you eventually come back down to size as well, and you did notice your team making their way down this way. Justice and Gabe and Johnson, at least. No sign of Jamela yet. She's invisible.
Ashley, are you still setting things on fire?
Not anymore. Wait,
Aw,
I can continue.
Ran
I
out
can
of fire.
continue. I have firebolt. I can just firebolt red.
Oh no.
What is this?
hit somebody
I
in the eye.
Heskey,
I firebolt the rest of the fucking.
Heskey firebolts the bowl that the peanuts were in, and now it's just roasted peanuts.
It's fine. My dad will pay for it.
Okay. I wasn't gonna pay for it anyway. Just like, we better
They
get
can
moving.
prove it was me.
You know what? You got a point. We were never there.
Just say it was a weird effect of the drink.
It was just. We rolled very low. It was
Walks in with fucking burn marks all over them.
All right, you make your way into the booth, and Mr. Johnson says, "So, everything went well then."
Um,
We're not dead
I mean, yes and no.
yet.
It's a lot.
I'm glad that you are not dead, I suppose. But I care more that they are dead.
Oh yeah, no. It's a lot different situation than we thought it was gonna be.
Jamela like reforms and like goes, yeah, that was a bit crazy.
Oh, where the fuck you come from? Just reaches for the materializes right next to them.
Johnson is very cool about the whole situation. He does not react to Jamela's spontaneous reformation. He adjusts his sunglasses and says, why did the music that I stopped come back on?
Suddenly he pulls out his sword.
Suddenly his boombox goes off. It's like, oh shit, sorry. He adjusts his sunglasses and says, well, I'll have you know that we did send some people in after you left the station. And as far as I can tell, as far as our sweep could tell, you did a good job. The situation seems under control.
Well, I want to point out the whole, I don't know, the lifted catacombs?
We are aware. The
That would
place
have
is
been nice to know beforehand.
There's no active illithid technology or creatures there. I did not consider it
Yeah, well, that's where you're wrong. Buckaroo.
important. Oh?
Speaking of knowing beforehand, you led us to believe the targets you wanted eliminated were unintelligent, incapable of reason, thought.
They are. They have the
Well,
brains of
Not
rats.
all of them.
Well, you do know rats are very intelligent creatures, right?
you two both realized it was the other creature that was controlling them.
I'm being more glib, but
Yeah, you're right, but I'm saying that's probably what got the whole situation going. I don't know what that thing was, to be honest with you. Pretty fucking big, though.
Do you have any recordings of this other creature you spoke of?
we made no recordings of it.
No, I went around and took pictures. I went. That's how
I give you a very big side eye.
Oh
I will
shit!
need-
That was supposed to be a lie.
Look, our friend mistakes their vision for taking pictures every once in a while. Don't blame them.
I mean, the body's there. Those.
Indeed, we have reclaimed the body of the creature. If you have any video or photos of anything that you found inside, I urge you, with extreme
What?
urgency, to delete them.
Oh, that reminds me. Were you able to get anything off those computers? They were completely fucking busted. I didn't have enough time to really look at them.
Remind me, which computers are you referring to?
There was like a bunch of computers that the rats ate near the hangar, which I'm guessing had stored all the data.
Oh, yes. Unknown yet. We had all of the computer systems shipped off to Inspire headquarters for breakdown and processing. If there's anything left on it, anything worth left on that, we'll recover it. But the important information was all has already been recovered, except for whatever created the large creature. But I don't suppose you have any more insight on that than we do. Do you?
I think that's something that was already there.
I was under the impression it was that creature that the doctor kept when he was supposed to kill it.
No, I think the only thing I remember him trying to kill was one of the rats being pregnant. But then he thought, nah.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
don't,
it was
that's
queen,
what
right?
Stray's talking about.
I don't think that thing was what came out of a rat. Like, that thing was way too big.
If you insist.
Like, that's what my thought process. Like I said, I have no idea what that thing was. It might be something that was already there.
Mr. Johnson will say, well, regardless, job well done. Your pay.
All right.
He will place a briefcase on the table. He'll open it, turn it to face Gabe. Gabe, in the briefcase is several gold bars.
Is it about a equivalent of what we agreed for payment?
Yes.
All right. Gabe closes it, puts it right beside him, just like we accept. Thank you.
You did well. Inspire Inc. will remember you, Captain Gabe, and your crew. We may have more work for you in the future. For now, enjoy your reward.
We will.
And he's gonna go away.
Before he gets so far away that there's no chance of him hearing,
Yes.
but after he leaves the booth, I just want
Okay.
to say, Mr. Johnson. And I'm trying to get like that mid-range where it's up to the environment whether he hears or not.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And then I'm gonna lean forward onto the table and put all the data discs I got on the table.
I just like my eyes, or my scanner eyes or whatever, are just staring like like deeply at them, and I'm going, shouldn't we destroy these?
Mr. Johnson stops. You don't think he heard your words, but he definitely heard a bunch of stuff being plopped out onto the table. He stops and turns over his shoulder and looks at you.
I imagine you might want these.
He walks back into the booth. What are these?
It
A
may be another-
violation of the non-disclosure agreement if you leave them here.
Then I should take them. He'll reach his hand to start taking them.
Yep. Stray just nods with
Warning,
a hard expression.
warning, some of them are kind of a boring watch.
Boring or not, if these contain any information on our company's activities, they must be destroyed. He picks up the 6 data discs, puts them into his coat pockets one by one, and he says, "Is there anything else you would like to turn over at this time?"
No.
He looks to the rest of you.
No, nothing at all.
Unless that dead guy wants this pistol back.
Spillage. He waves it off.
He holsters it back in.
All right. Mr. Johnson will now leave again.
Nice.
We're only working in pairs.
Now time for us.
The best NDA is to make sure no one can talk.
Oh, you meant metaphorically.
Yes, I am worried that they will kill us because we know too much.
Oh, I'm about to say, like, I mean, killing doesn't mean you. You can do other things to mute people.
It's true. They could just have a mage come in and cast Modify Memory on each of you, but that's a lot more expensive than putting a laser bolt in your brain.
Yeah. And plus, who's gonna miss 5 mercs dead in the alley?
That's a good
Your
question.
Aunt Way would miss you.
I point at Hestia, her dad.
My father will hear about this. Wait, hold on. I gotta do the impression. My father will hear about this.
You come to me on the day of my daughter's. Sorry.
All right.
But we
But
gotta process this gold because it can't be used for much till it's currency.
Yeah, there's some stuff.
Yeah.
that's true. But all right. You guys now have a large amount of currency. Deducting part of this to pay for ship repairs and, you know, scrubbing the life support units on the Empress and food for the Empress and fuel for the Empress and everything. Even after all of your expenses, you are left with a tidy sum. You are, you have enough cash to enjoy a somewhat luxurious lifestyle for at least a few weeks. So I'm going to ask, how is everyone going to spend a little bit of downtime? Let's...
Ooh, downtime.
How much money would we have to have?
I imagine the
us,
ship
yeah.
gives it's an allowance system. Like a lot of the money is in the ship, and we each get like a portion. Like
Mhm.
even Gabe would agree to that. It's just like no, I
Put it
only
on
got
the
this much
company
to spend.
card.
Yeah,
I'm just asking for like downtime time for like I can buy materials and stuff like that.
I'm gonna flaunt.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna freaking I will literally if I will act like Hesky's bodyguard and whatnot as long as you know he lets me in on the stuff.
You know what? I could use a bodyguard while mingling with the higher folks.
Oh yes.
Gabe's just gonna do what he normally does, which is like low-key information gathering. Just go to his informants, go to people he knows. Just go like, "Hey, what's up? What's with the situation? What's with the world?" Because like you can get a lot of that from a newspaper, from newsreels, and the radio or whatever fuck we get the news from, data pads.
Mhm.
But you only really know what's going on if you're on the ground floor.
Mhm.
I just thought of something.
And he's always peering over his shoulder thinking the company's gonna try and take him out, so he's always a little on edge.
All right. So, we'll do this one at a time. We'll start with Hesky. Hesky, as you were going and living it up with the rich and powerful of Imperia, go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Oh boy. One of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
What are the stats I actually have? Oh.
Oh.
Oh my
All right.
god! I
Signs
was
of chaos
just
is not allowed here, is it?
Hesky.
I was just about to say that's gonna be an at one, isn't it?
Hesky, I want you to I want you to tell me now about some jackass, some rival that Hesky has made, in the
Oh, no.
wealthy class.
Okay. Oh no. Rival company.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? We're gonna go. We're gonna go the full. We're gonna go the full route. Grew up in the same place.
Mm-hmm.
We already kind of knew each other, but we were always like just out of the same circles. But enough that our families would kind of compete, the two of us. And now they're way more successful than me.
Oh yes, way more successful. So you met up during this couple of weeks. You met up with this rival from another family, and you start catching up, and you realize that they're vice president of their family's company, and they're super successful. And when they found out that you're working as the communications officer on a mercenary ship, they gave you a hard time. And
Great.
yes, but yes. If you want to give me a name for them later, because I'm not gonna put you on the spot with names. Names are hard. But if you give me a name later, I will. I hate it when I get put on the spot, and sometimes I have to be. But yeah, you give me a name for them later, and I will make this an NPC.
Oh God.
In the meantime, Gabe, you're sort of going around like the mercenary level, right? And you're trying to get rumors, jobs, things like that going on. Did I understand correctly?
Yeah, just anything that's kind of red flags, green flags of like, oh, this is a job people are looking for a job here. I've heard some rumblings that someone's going after this or that. Just kind of, it's been gone for a bit. Want to catch up.
Right. Gabe, go ahead and give me a persuasion check of your own. Or you can substitute investigation if it's better.
I'm gonna do persuasion.
Okay. Going around, talking to people, going to different merc bars that you know. Making your way around. 10. Okay, 10. You at least don't hear any whispers that are red flags to you in terms of your personal survivability. Which is good. You do notice that there is... It's sort of a dry season for jobs right now, it seems. There's always work to be done, but it's a lot of it, but everything that you're hearing about is small time beneath you, really, you know. Smuggling shit and gang warfare.
Gun running for gangs and stuff.
Yeah. Stuff that's really not worth your time as a guy with a spaceship and a crew. So, there's a lot of that going on. However, with a 10, I will say that you are able to make one useful contact. So, you don't have to tell me who they are now, or what skill they offer. But you have one criminal contact in Imperia. You can write this in your allies and things. And in the future, if you need a particular skill, you can be like, you could tell me, hey Katie, I know a guy, and then define that NPC. So like if you need a forger in the future to make you fake documents, or if you need an explosives expert or something like that, you can cash in that contact.
Okay.
All right. So that was your success. All right. Now, Clank, you mentioned wanting to buy materials. Now,
Yeah.
I'm keeping money a little abstract here, so I'm gonna instead ask you, what do you want? What is it that Clank wants to make or build?
One thing is a new coat or slash bag of holding.
A bag of holding?
Yeah, basically my coat that's a bag of holding, just making it a permanent one instead of having it be an infusion.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, a bag of holding is an uncommon magic item, so I will say that yes, you are able to purchase the materials to create one, and build that over the downtime if you would like to do that for your downtime action.
Sure, I'll do that.
All right. So Clank, why don't you describe to us what your bag of holding looks like again?
So this look. Usually just look like I'm not carrying much. I just have like a trench coat with a bunch of little pockets and nick and ends on everything, and every little pocket is a part of the bag of holding. And when I put my hand inside the coat, it's just
Cool.
Just a bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, kids, you want to see some of this? And then infinite whatever I have in there. All my knickknacks and doodads. All the watches.
Mm-hmm. Your sonic screwdriver. Jamela. Now, Jamela, you said
Yes.
you were going to primarily be accompanying Hesky on his, stuff. And
I'm
playing
Hesky's
the
bodyguard.
role.
Also, I'm doing
Yeah.
this for all the hors d'oeuvres and the really, really nice room I get out of it.
Yes. So as you're going around playing.
And the mints that are on the pillows. I definitely want those. You know.
Mm-hmm. Naturally,
Okay.
naturally.
Yes.
So as you're going around and playing bodyguard in order to enjoy all the perks, why don't you give me a perception check?
Hell yeah, I can. Woo!
All right.
I am the best bodyguard.
Jamela. One night during this time, while Hesky's meeting up with an old friend, it doesn't go well. But while Hesky is meeting up with an old friend, you're at this establishment, and you, with your superhuman qualities of perception, you notice that there are a couple of drunks who are, with your perception, you realize are moments from devolving into a fist fight, which will be
Oh, hell yes.
quite disruptive to the bar. Jamela, what do you do?
I try to de-escalate it. I will be like, hey guys, maybe you shouldn't be doing this, you know? And, oh man, I wish I had good intimidation.
I mean, that sounded more like a persuasion to me. If you want to try and intimidate,
Well,
then...
can I do that? Can I performance this and just like, you know, kind of put on an act of I am nothing you've ever seen before, you know, kind of a thing.
Alright, so Jamela kind of like swoops on over and sort of
Pretty
wiggles
much.
up between these two very drunk men who are about to throw down and just completely trash the vibes of this upscale bar. And yeah, Jamela, you can roll make a charisma check of whichever proficiency you want to use to describe this approach.
Performance 15.
All right. You come in and you play the role of a bodyguard from a movie, and you manage to de-escalate.
I I
the
literally like go here. Here's how I imagine it. I go like the T9000 or whatever the hell it is. You know, just like gelatin, and then just re-solidify between them, and they just see like they both see my face like looking at them. Like
Mhm.
maybe you guys shouldn't.
Their shock and surprise at their shock and surprise at the sudden emergence of Jamela causes them to forget what they were fighting about, and they go their separate ways. The evening is saved, and
I give the bartender a snap finger and like a wink.
and for that, Hesky and Jamela's drinks are on the house the rest of the night.
Woo!
Oh boy, time to get drunk.
Hell yeah!
After having met their rival, Hesky makes the bartender regret this decision.
Dinkelberg.
I basically like I like pat Hesky on the back and try to comfort him and like it'll be okay, all right. We all lose sometimes, except for, well, I mean I haven't really lost. Well, there was that one time I lost the fight, but not really because I kind of slinked away. But we all kind of lose sometimes. She's just happy to heart. Actually, can I roll to see if I comfort Hesky?
That's up to Hesky.
You know what? I want to see a roll.
All right, what skill?
I would say persuasion. You're taking a persuasive approach here.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I'm about
Hesky-
4 drinks in at this point, and I try to punch Jamila.
with her thing, she just like I just imagine Hesky like Jamela doesn't even flinch to try to like avoid it. She just lets it happen. She just punches her in the face. Just now she's just like, I deserve that.
Oh, and I fall over because I just punched gelatin.
Yeah, there was just complete give. You would just fall over.
When if Hesky passes out, I basically take Hesky. I take Hesky back to our room.
On the ship or?
No.
Okay.
I imagine we're in like a fancy hotel, like the Ritz-Carlton or something.
Okay, just check
I
clarify.
know what the good stuff is. I'm verified on Twitter. I know the good stuff.
I know the good stuff. I don't have to buy I buy brand name groceries.
I shop at Walgreens.
Meanwhile, Stray Justice, how are you spending this week or two of time off?
Yep. Get some berries or dyes or anything available.
Mm-hmm.
Make paint. Draw a circle in whatever room of the ship is designated as mine,
Mm-hmm.
and focus out one of these ghosts that I know is clattering around in me. I want to talk to this guy,
All right. One moment, please.
Captain Glint.
The ghost manifests in front of you. Ghost of the man you killed, whose flesh you consumed.
Robern.
Creature. What have
I
you done?
too now have a name.
The ghost glares at you silently.
Stray Justice.
The ghost looks angry at that name. Justice. You are a monster.
You came to my home. Your forces attacked indiscriminately. Why?
Wealth. Power. Because we could. Because you were weak.
Not as weak anymore.
Sure, you've gained one level.
What have you done to us?
When a meal is fresh enough, even the ghost can be digested. Even the spirit can nourish us.
You really are a monster. The ghost attempts to flee from you, but it cannot.
Alright.
It is bound. Cannot escape. Unless you let it.
You know what? Sure. Goodbye, Robern.
The ghost breaks free. It flees. Stray Justice, make a perception check.
Okay. Perception is going to be a 12.
Before the ghost disappears, once it's left this ritual circle you have cast, before it disappears, you see hands as if outstretched catch the soul, as if it pulling it into an embrace. You see a figure holding the captain before both disappear. Make a religion check.
Alright. I have no idea what that was.
You do not recognize the figure.
Cool.
All right. Let me make a note that the captain's soul has been. Oh, I see you already did. Okay.
Yep.
All right. We'll now skip forward a little bit in time. Gabe, it is time for the ship to seriously start contemplating the next job. Not so much because you're in desperate need of money, but you've had a vacation, and Hesky might drink himself to death if you don't give him something to do.
I was supposed to be rich.
Just walking in the ship like that. Walking the office after the weekend.
The sun's bright.
I pull down the curtains for Husky.
I need a Tabasco for my hangover.
Oh, you know what? You don't need that. You need water, okay?
Hydration
Guys,
redeem.
poor
Hydration
people
redeem.
Drink.
Okay, I'll
I
get
drink LaCroix.
I could have a LaCroix for him.
The fuck's a LaCroix?
It's when a
It's
fruit
Space
farts in-
LaCroix.
It's when a fruit farts in water.
You mean mold? You mean people pay for rotten fruit juice? Okay.
Eh. So I'm
Anyway,
assuming
Gabe.
you all want something to do. Should I go ask Aunt Wei if anything's popped up? Because none of my informants have given me anything.
I mean, sure, I'm fine with that. I can see if I can find a lead on that gun again. But it might be sold by now.
So Gabe, you do unfortunately it seems that the lead has dried up on that gun. But Gabe, Aunt Wei does say that she has a job that might interest you if you want to meet her to discuss it. She
Yeah,
won't say
I'll
anything
go.
more over indirect communication.
Yeah, I'll go over and talk to Aunt Wei.
All right.
Do you want us all to come?
Yeah. So
You can come over and be in the bar, but I think Aunt Wei just wants to talk one-to-one with people. Unless she is willing to talk to the whole crew.
she's willing to talk to any of you and any of your crew who want to be there. The rest of you are
Anybody
welcome
in the crew who
to.
wants to come to the meeting can.
I mean, why not? We gotta learn about it anyway.
Mhm.
I'll be there in my bunny slippers.
Don't worry about it.
Like one of those
having a
bathrobes,
hard
like
time.
holding like one of those coffees, just like.
Holding
oh
a
my
fucking
God.
bat.
I just imagine at this point Jamella's gone from being freaking Hesky's bodyguard to being Hesky's caretaker.
Gabe, I have a,
Emotional support
Hesky's
slime.
nurse.
Gabe, I have a
Yes,
question.
exactly.
You have like holy healing power, right?
Yes.
Can you heal depression?
Can I what?
Can you heal hangovers?
I can.
Yeah,
If someone
that would count as the
asks.
poisoned condition. So,
Can you heal
um,
depression?
unfortunately, they can't heal depression because once I was once in a Pathfinder game, and I had a character who, due to convoluted situations involving reincarnation and getting put into the body of a dead elf, became cripplingly addicted to a drug that was illegal in the city. And the cleric player had a long argument with the GM about how addiction is a disease, and therefore the cure disease spell cured addiction. And they cured me of my character of my addiction before I even got to roleplay it, and I was so pissed off.
Yeah.
So no, you cannot cure depression with magic.
Besides, the hangover is mostly just dehydration.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't worry, it was a joke. I want to play this out. I want to have a fucking crisis.
I'd like to make the record
No.
known.
I know it was a joke, but I just wanted to share
How
that.
I'm
dare
just-
Nero be successful? I wanted to make a pyramid scheme.
Look, we're not having all those goddamn yoga pants in the warehouse.
But they look so good on us.
They're comfortable. I'm sorry
Anyway.
you don't have a sense of fashion.
I know, right?
I imagine we are all walking up, having those arguments. Go up to the.
Oh my god, yes.
The bodyguard
Guy-
sort of nods at Gabe and opens the door.
They want
uh,
to see the meeting, so they're coming with. Please
He
ignore
nods.
the one in the bathrobe. They are having a little bit of a time.
I used to be Twitter famous.
Yes, yes, and then you bought that X. We all heard the story.
I bought a Bored Ape, and now my dad no longer gives me money.
Walking. Gabe just starts walking into the meeting.
To Twitter.
All right. yeah, those of you who are going to be in the meeting, please put your tokens into the thing. And if you're going to be outside, you can leave yourself outside.
You know what? I'm gonna stay outside just in case shit goes down.
All right. Jamela and the unnamed bodyguard just sort of like exchange glances.
Sup?
We start playing Magic the Gathering.
Popular pat down.
Yeah. So you enter in. Aunt Wei nods. Gabe, good to see you again.
Oh, it's good to see you. And I've been having to deal with these chuckle fucks. I'm a little out of it. Didn't get much sleep.
Understand.
Sorry about that.
I understand. I have my own chuckle fucks to take care of. Regardless, Gabe, I know you're looking for work. And unfortunately, you know, work's a little dry right now. At least anything that's worth your time. I got 2 options, though, for you. I'm just gonna let you tell me which one you want me to set you up with. Now, the first one, I'll ask. Does the name Amaral Isra mean anything to you?
I'm gonna be real quick. Should it?
If you make a history check.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see.
I got an 8.
Can I try?
Sure. Anyone who's listening can attempt this history check.
This seems legit so far. Turns out this is like the actual the president.
I wouldn't make you
Thank
make a
you.
history check to know the president.
I'm just imagining these.
Okay, but with a 24, geez, Clank definitely knows. Clank, that name is a moderately famous freelance journalist. She's an elf. She has covered. She's covered a lot of big stories. She's been war reporter on the front lines. She has aided several whistleblowers from megacorporations. She's
Kind of like the voice of the people type of thing.
yeah. In a lot of ways, she is the voice of the people, or at least that is the perception that you would have of her.
I've heard of her. The voice of the people, the famous journalist. Honestly,
Yeah.
What about her? You a fan? You need to get her autograph or something?
No. Aunt Wei takes a moment to take a long drag on her cigarette. And then she says, no. She came in, talked to me, flashed a lot of cash for a journalist. Said she needed competent and trustworthy mercenaries. I don't know how much she'll be able to pay you all. And whatever she's got, it's no doubt political. But, Gabe, you're the best I know. If you're interested, let's set up a meeting with her.
So you didn't go too more depth into it besides it's gonna be probably political you're figuring?
Well, she's probably going into a politically strife area. You know.
Yeah, true, but I don't know if we're going like, I guess lack of a better term, battlefield side either, because she also does news there.
The only thing I know, I don't know what the target is or what it is she's going after, but you're going to be, but if you work with her, I know you're going to be extracting some data from some government site.
All right, that helps.
And
I
the
don't
other
know
job?
anything more than that. Now the other job's a lot more straightforward. It's a local guy. I like him. His name's Mr. Smith. He organizes a lot of the underground fighting in the city. He's connected with the boxing leagues as well, the legit ones even.
Fun.
He needs something grabbed for him. I don't know the details because that's between you and him, but I know it'll be smuggling.
Oh, okay.
Local, I know. He's small time. I mean, a lot of money
So wait,
in it, but planetary.
Yeah.
when you say smuggling, you mean we're just gonna move stuff around, or we have to get the item then smuggle it back to them?
It's something in the lockdown area. You guys have been off planet. You might not have heard, but there was a bird flu outbreak in the farmland. They've quarantined the whole area. Nobody comes in or out, except for medical personnel. Apparently some goods he needs is supposed to come out of there.
What
But
Megacorp is dealing with that?
Agcor.
Okay. Gabe was just making sure it wasn't the one we were dealing with earlier.
Mm-hmm. Inspire. Yeah.
Yeah, Inspire. If it was Inspire, it's like, oh,
Hey, we
They're
know
up.
that guy.
let's see. Local quick run and gun, or help bring the voice of the people.
I don't think it's quite a run and gun. I think it's both infiltration. It's just different types. But the real question is, well, first I want to know, Gabe, are you able to cure diseases?
Let's see real quick.
I believe you can do that with 5 points of lay on hands.
Yeah, well, lay on hands I can.
Mhm.
Okay, just wanting to make sure because we don't want to get the bird flu and then you all just fucking as soon as we come out.
Yeah.
That was the biggest factor on that one.
Yeah, but Gabe's a paladin, so they can use lay on hands to cure disease.
All right, just
Yeah.
clarifying before
I'm sorry.
These are neutralize one poison affecting it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, one of them, we're gonna break into a government facility. Probably super duper illegal stuff.
I mean,
And
either
like
way, it seems like we're doing illegal things.
Well, one of them is a lot worse than the other. One of them is, hey, you trespass in that area, you're not supposed to, you whippersnappers. And then the other one is more of, hey, you stole government secrets.
It's true.
So I think it kind of depends on how much it's going to be paying on that one. If they pay the same, but one has a hell of a lot more danger behind it, then yeah.
Aunt Wei will chime in at this point and say, I don't know where this journalist got the kind of money that she splashed down in front of me. So I don't know how much she's going to be able to pay you. But she seems to have a backer.
I see.
And it's just help her out with something possibly political, no more detail.
Like I said, you'll be extracting some sort of data from a government site. You'll be crossing the Empire on this one.
If we
Hestia,
get-
Justice, what do you two think?
Well, I mean, if it pays well, we might as well, right? Gotta find a way to keep affording booze.
True. More risky, it usually is more money behind it. That's always something I like.
Yeah.
I found that non-disclosure agreement a little irritating. One of these jobs is quite the opposite.
Well,
Correct.
there's still disclosure. We don't tell anyone what we do, or we permanently stay in a room.
They'll put you in a room.
Yeah.
In a room. Aunt Wei said that she did like Mr. Smith.
That way, we'll then come in and says, Mr. Smith's a local. He's a good friend of the establishment. And I won't say I don't enjoy a good match.
Hey, wait a
He'll
second,
pay.
didn't-
He'll pay fair. He'll pay fair,
Jamila-
but it is a smaller job.
Yeah, so didn't Jamila get possibly roped into a fighting thing? Like there was a thing?
There was an option, yes. Mr. Smith did offer Jamela the opportunity to have your crew appear on galactic famous game show Dungeons and Dragons.
That's where I've seen this token before.
Yeah. Yes. After Jamela beat up Billy, one of his boxing gorilla spirits. So yes, you have met Mr. Smith before.
I'm fine with either one, to be honest.
And here's the thing: if we go with Mr. Smith, we're still on planet in case our correspondent from Inspire Corps wants us for another job, because he said that they liked what we did, would be willing to hire us for more.
True, but is the elf off planet or on planet?
She's on planet right now,
Journals.
but I don't know where she'll be taking you.
Yeah, she might be on planet too. So it might be the same case. Is it possible to talk to her and get more details, and then we can, or do we if we talk to her, then we're dead on, like locked in?
I mean, she can't force you to do nothing. Otway says.
Well, we could always.
But
Hey, could you?
if you want to
organize
set up a
locally?
meeting,
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, I suppose, sure thing.
Do a little speed dating.
Before we know if we want to take the risk, because that does sound like a hell of a lot for very uncertain things. Like, can you please do this? You're $5. I'm not doing that.
I understand. Mr. Smith, you can find him in town. I'll give you.
Yeah.
I'll let him know you're coming down. You can go talk to him right now, probably if he ain't busy. The journalist though, Amarel. Do you want me to invite her here for a meet, or do you want to meet her on some other
You're
point?
as good as any.
Yeah. If she's
We'll call her
nearby,
in.
We could just.
Well, she might be. She might be out and about snooping, going through trash. I don't know what journalists do.
How about this? You can go meet Smith now, and I'll have Amaral here tomorrow night.
All right, that sounds good.
Mhm.
Mhm. All right. Atway makes a quick phone call. You hear Mr. Smith on the other line. She says she's got some people who are interested in talking to you about your job. he says, great. And he gives he gives her a meeting place. He says he's free right now if they are, and she sets it up.
Alright.
I'm gonna gather your tokens and move you to a different map.
Nice.
Grab my guys. Let me give Billy his hit points back. The other map. Short time later, you find yourself in the same sort of pit in the middle of the city, in a somewhat sketchy, abandoned alleyway. Mr. Smith is waiting. He's got a pair of bodyguards. He's got a pair of bodyguards with him. You recognize them, Jamela and Heskey. You recognize that it's Willie and Billy, who are animal spirits. Animal spirits, specifically Fey gorillas, who are dressed as boxers.
Jamela, I triple dog dare you.
I don't know what it is, but I dare you to.
Jamela, I will
No,
cut off
I'm
your
not.
allowance if you
I'm
do.
not gonna fight them.
Aw,
this is a
party
fight.
pooper. Party pooper.
I walk up to Mr. Smith. Hello, Mr. Smith. Aunt Wei said you may have a job for us. We're just looking for some more details before we make a commitment on employment for the near future.
He nods and says, Captain Gabe, Aunt Wei speaks very highly of you. He'll shake your hand if you'll allow him.
Yeah, extend my right hand.
Move you both forward here. Alright. He shakes your hand. And he says, Gabe, I assume you're familiar with the expression, milk run, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, this one might be a little more literal than most.
You want us to grab you a cow?
No, not quite. But, alright, one of the coaches I work with, he swears by the, effectiveness of this, one brand of real milk for his fighters. It's got extra protein or something. And you know how the AgCorp monopoly is.
Yeah.
Real milk on Imperia? Maybe if you're rich. Obviously his fighters aren't rich. But he swears by the stuff. I had a contact. A little halfling lady. Very nice. One of the workers out of the AgCorp farm. And she makes sure that every so often a barrel gets misplaced. And it ends up on one of my trucks. And it ends up here. And my coach gets it for, half price. Works out for him, works out for me. Works out for everyone involved. And the corp don't miss. one barrel here and there. Spillage. But with this damned quarantine, my contact can't get out.
Yep.
So all I need you all to do is get in, get the barrel, get out. Get it back to me. Easy job.
Sounds like an easy enough grab. We have one more meeting to deal with. We'll make a decision while I continue because I didn't realize you were about to start talking again.
Sorry. Admit, can't exactly pay you a fortune for it. And I know you got a ship to run. But I'll pay you what the barrel's worth to me, and then some. And I'll owe you a favor. You ever need something Mr. Smith can do, Mr. Smith will do it for you. It's really the best I can offer. But you got another meeting to get to, I guess. So, here's my card. And gives you his contact information.
Alrighty.
If you want to take the job, let me know. And I'm gonna keep looking. I do need that barrel. I got customers.
Oh, that's fair enough.
How long has it been? Like, wouldn't milk have gone banned by now?
Well, they still gotta milk cows.
The cows
Thought we
ain't
got
gone
the
bad.
barrel. Oh, we're
Yeah.
stealing. Okay. I misconstrued it.
No, you are stealing a barrel, but like they continuously
barrel. A
make
new one.
more. You will steal a fresh barrel.
Oh, so we're gonna be milking a cow too. Okay, I get it.
Allegedly, he's got a contact who is the farmer's assistant who should have milked the cow before you get there. But
We gotta steal a cow. We're Earthworm Jim.
I mean, if you stole the whole cow, then maybe he wouldn't have this problem in the future.
Just a single cow in a high-rise apartment.
I feel that would have a negative effect on the quality of the product.
Mold on the carpet. It counts as grass. It's growable green.
All right. But yeah. Let's go back to let's move back to the bar then, and we'll have that conversation with the journalist. By the way, I'm trying a new thing with my tokens because I played in a one-shot with a imaginary elf, and what they do, I learned, was they put nameplate, instead of having nameplates like all you guys have on your tokens, they put the names of characters on the tooltip that shows when you hover over a token. So I've been doing.
Cool.
So I've been doing. I tried doing that. I'm gonna try doing that in the going forward, because I've had too many cases where I get like combats where there's all these characters like on characters and monsters all on top of each other, and all the nameplates get gargled together, and it becomes kind of visually chaotic, and I don't like that. So I'm trying this out. I was blown away when I was playing on their map, and I like moused over someone's name, and then it popped up, and I was like, hold on, I have to stop the one shot so I can ask about this. Teach me your secrets. Because I didn't know that that was a thing I could have tooltips do. But anyway, so that's what I got going on for the journalist here. But all right. Oh no.
Oh no.
I was trying to drag everybody, but I think Stray Justice changing their aura.
Yes, I just found out that I could do that.
Yeah. All right. You find yourselves again in your usual booth.
Hey, look, our
Yeah.
danger team's here.
And a pretty elf woman makes her way up. Let me pop up her picture real quick. She makes her way up. You can tell that she's clearly got some subtle augments in her, around her ear and on in her head. She's has a camera around her neck. She's not using it actively, of course. And she's well dressed. Could easily fit in the Merc bar. She enters. Captain Gabe. She looks to the beardly man.
Yep. I stand up, go to shake her hand. It's always good.
She will
It's always good to engage in polite business.
She shakes her hand, and she will then take a seat. Apparently next to Stray Justice.
We have currently several possibilities of employment. We're just trying to see what direction the crew would be more willing to go on. We've heard some small details about what may be involved with what you are asking us to do, but we would just like to have more concrete details, like on planet, off planet, presumed payday, things like that.
I see. Let me fill you in a little bit on what's going on. I assume Outway told you I'm a journalist. I had a meeting with a whistleblower working for one of the research teams, the Humankind Empire. He's based on Research Station 13. This...
Wait. Okay, go on.
Wait.
Space
Takes
Station
a
13.
Slightly moves it.
Immediately when I thought, I was like, oh shit, here we go again.
This whistleblower, who has remained anonymous, has told me that the researchers there are designing AI control modules for the Humankind Empire's mech suits. I don't need to tell you how illegal that is. And it gets worse. If what this whistleblower has told me is true, they're using parts recovered from the Basilisk. No history roll is required. Basilisk was a capital ship of the Machine Fleet, which attacked the planet of Ubutsu no Toshi several years ago. The Machine is a soulless, completely mechanical, magicless collective of AI. Because of their existence, the development of this sort of true artificial intelligence is strictly forbidden by all governments in the galaxy. Clank is not part of that, because Clank is a magically bound artificial soul. They're magical in nature, or at least can incorporate magic. soulless AI is what the machine is. The machine
And they're
tried.
horrible at drawing fingers.
They are also horrible at drawing fingers. The machine is a massive fleet of these AI, which conquer planets and use all of their materials to build more machines. The Basilisk was one of their flagships, which launched a massive attack on the planet of Ubutsu no Toshi, which was repelled by a joint force of Humankind Empire planets, or ships. Ubutsu no Toshi is part of the Humankind Empire, but also a coalition of battleships from every major faction in the galaxy. An alliance of many different nations.
Out of character, when you said basilisk, I was like, Roscoe's basilisk?
That
Oh,
is
no.
why I named it that.
Oh, cool.
That is why I named it that, and so yes, the basilisk was one of the major ships, which was destroyed during that battle, by another adventuring party in a previous campaign I ran. So when she tells you that they are building robots, building AI controls for war machines based out on technology recovered from Roko's basilisk, red flags should be going off in your brains. This is not only this is like this is very serious crimes, galactically speaking, if true.
Very serious crimes, and even if the payday here isn't great, if we do succeed and we are able to uncover this, the next payday will be bigger because we were big damn heroes.
It's true. The journalist goes on. Of course, I couldn't go forward with this with just one person's testimony, but something had to be done. Normally, I don't like going to the people in power for help, but in this case, I knew there was someone that I could trust. I got myself an audience with Sophie, the 21st. Anyone may make your choice of history or religion checks to know who that is.
I don't know who that is.
Straight justice, you
Taking
would
that.
not. You would
Yeah.
not know who that is.
Executive decision.
Jesus.
Oh, hey, I know, probably.
Hesky knows who that is.
What's wrong with
hold
you,
on.
Gabe?
I'm godless. Don't worry.
Hesky knows who that is. Hesky. Sophie the 21st is the High War Priestess for the Humankind Empire. She is...
Kinda cute.
She's kind of cute. That is true. She's also the high priestess of Athena, for the Humankind Empire. She's basically the Athenian Pope. And you know, with that check, that she was present at that battle against the Basilisk, and in that battle, she channeled the goddess Athena into her very body in order to serve as the general for the Allied forces.
Oh.
She's a 20th level cleric of Athena.
Damn.
You know. So
So in other words, if I wanted to, she could destroy me.
she could destroy you so many ways.
Oh, yeah.
When they
Yes.
say they can drain the life out of you, you're not sure what they mean.
Oh, I see that nameplate isn't being visible to you all. Let me put that up there. So, anyway, Amaral continues and says, I knew at least that the Athenian church couldn't condone this sort of research. I went right to the High War Priestess and told her what I found. She wants to act, but she can't act without more evidence, more proof. And she can't act through any official channels, because if she sends an official if she makes any moves to send an official to investigate, then, well, they'll hide it, because they know she's not going to condone this sort of thing. So, the War Priestess and I need people who aren't known to these researchers to somehow get in and find conclusive evidence, be it a video file, whether you take video of machine components that are without a doubt part of the machine, or steal their data. I don't care what form the evidence takes. Just that it's enough proof that we can put the gears in motion to stop this.
Did you just call us unpopular?
Yeah, I got that hint too. I won't lie.
Wow, back at it, aren't we?
I won't lie. I got that tinge too. It was like,
Hey, we're well known in the underground. We may not be Nirvana, but we're the Pixies.
My dad has connections.
But do you have a connection
My
with your dad?
Oh my god, Hesky, that was some my dad owns a car dealership vibes. Like, holy shit.
Do you know who I am?
No, I don't
am
know who
a
you are.
nepo baby.
I'm mad.
Nep.
My
So-
father gave me a small loan of $1 million, and I blew all of it
On drugs.
on drugs.
The only right way.
And there's one car that I crashed like 1 week after getting it.
Oh no.
I do have a question about the job. Let's say hypothetically we get caught and set. How-
Plausible deny. Oh, how fucked are we?
Yeah, how fucked are
Yeah.
My connections can get you some fake papers for whatever reason you want to be there. But if those don't work, or if you get caught, if you were known to be there without
Mission?
permission as civilians, you will expect to be tried under the Espionage Act, and life in prison is on the table.
But if we succeed hard.
Well, that's just crime in general.
Yeah. And I look around myself, and I see a bunch of really good criminal people. What's the word
I am not a criminal.
I see a bunch of professionals.
I would be. For money.
I might be.
I would prefer
But
not to eat anyone again. Other than that,
I gotta outdo that
Shrug.
bastard. Dinkelberg.
I mean,
Dingle.
I'm talking really out of character. If you ate one of the researchers, you can hack into their memories. That would be a way to get information.
Yeah, we have the
Yeah.
ghost of one of the
You don't-
researchers here.
You don't want to talk?
A little
All right.
extreme.
How did you get that? Don't worry about it.
It's an
Don't worry about it.
option.
Aren't you
Let's
more
not
worried about the weapons
immediately
of mass
throw-
destruction?
Plan
Let's not
Z.
immediately throw it off the table. Let's keep it as an option.
I like the idea of like torture. It's like, okay, you want to talk? All right, crocodile, chomp chomp.
We'll keep it as an option, just in case.
Wait, how much would this job be paying? You think? I've got a idea on that.
Amaral will speak and say, well, the priestess will reward you greatly if you can bring evidence of this to her. If you can confirm this, great rewards will follow.
I see. Anyone else?
Money, if
Sounds
that's what you
amazing.
wish.
Well, we still have a little bit of cash, so even if this isn't massive payday, we're okay. This seems like the much bigger priority.
Well, it's also, it's like the difference of like, hey, your local drug deal. Wait, fuck.
Your
Well, I
local
wanna
drug
see it.
dealer wants some chocolate milk from
Yeah.
7-Eleven.
Yeah, he owes you a favor. And then like this one, yeah, the president wants something, and you're like, all right.
Yes, but in this case, if you fail, the stakes are a lot higher.
Yeah, but we can break out.
That's true.
Steak.
We're already
Other
criminals.
kind of stakes.
And then we can just become pirates. And then we get good enough at being pirates. Hey, maybe the government will go like, hey, maybe we just make you privateers and forget about that whole thing.
You're going for the whole loop of fucking life right there, aren't you, buddy?
Remember that one time when you stole government secrets? Don't
We
do
like
that
that.
again. No promises.
Okay.
So I'm thinking the whole crew is on board for fighting evil data.
I
Yeah.
mean, I'm. This is a lot more of a payday than the other one in a way.
Yeah.
I personally would have liked Mr. Smith's because I like Mr. Smith, but you know what? Yeah, let's go save the world.
I don't know about the world, but it's definitely gonna help.
You definitely trying to prevent some scientists from doing a bad.
I mean, when aren't scientists doing a bad?
Sometimes they do a good. Sometimes they invent a vaccine.
And sometimes they turn Twitter into X. Wait, no.
I mean, that wasn't a
Not a
scientist.
scientist,
That was an
mate.
idiot.
People think he's a scientist for some reason. No, he's freaking no. He is like a bachelor at most.
According to Elon Musk, he knows rocket science. Again, according to Elon
He
Musk.
paid people to
Bachelor's
know
in
rocket science for him. That doesn't count.
Bitch got
Yes,
bachelor's in
exactly.
business, but that's it. Don't.
I know rocket science. If
Elon
fire go
Musk
down,
wanted to
rocket
name
go up.
PayPal
That's
X.
science.
It's true. Every time.
Yeah.
If
Every
fire
time
go
he has a
down, rocket
company,
go
he
up.
wants to name it X.
Oh, you see, you can't
Very
spell
true.
the other ones that easily.
All right.
Anyway.
All right. So the journalist, Amaral, will then say, all right. So we got to talk how to get you guys in. Research Station 13 is in orbit around a different star. She gives you the coordinates. Now, people do come and go. The station has some food production for fresh food, but a majority of their calories come from, delivered products, things.
Yeah, they don't
So
really-
they get food shipments. They get parts shipped in. Finished work gets shipped out. The station's official purpose is prototype weapons and mechanized mech units. Their prototypes get shipped off to testing in other locations or mass production. So they have ships coming in and out, and their scientists aren't trapped there their entire lives. They have downtime, they come and go. So we just need to come up with a reason for you guys to be there. And then my connections and Sophie's connections can get you papers.
Well, we do got a ship that can carry shit, so could we fudge a delivery of some kind, make us look like quick hire UPS?
Pizza delivery service.
I
Pizza
feel like
time.
that would allow us to get near it, but not inside. I feel like it'll just take it at the door, whatever it is.
Yeah.
That is my concern. I don't think delivery will necessarily get you beyond the front gates, as it were.
To be honest, I just look at like Justice. I have no idea what he could be other than like manual labor. Not to be mean.
If you get me
Rug.
into the, you know what? If you get me into the duct systems of that station, I could easily get in, like sneak in someone's access or something.
I mean, yeah, we could sneak in.
We could always Metal Gear it, but if we don't have to Metal Gear it, get in closer.
Yeah.
I'm just a freaking vat of of coolant.
To be honest, there's a lot of ways you could make it in. I'm just trying to think how the hell to get the lizard in, because he doesn't look too sneaky to like Metal Gear this, and I don't think they'll believe that he is there to help with science.
Well,
He could be a new project for them.
Okay, that brings a whole nother issue of then we might experiment on him.
I snuck aboard one ship.
Not if we pretend he's our project, and we pretend we work there.
Yeah, that'd be easy.
they do have a clean room for bio projects.
Wait, do they have janitors?
I mean, there are maintenance workers in the station, yes. I was going to suggest that we could bring you in as new employees. I wouldn't be able to get you... We wouldn't be able to convincingly set you up as, in charge of anything. But, maintenance, we might be able to swing that. At least something that looks good enough on a first pass.
I mean, yeah, that does sound good.
Are any of you tech proficient? Are any of you good lying?
Glance
I'm
is
very
that
good.
robot.
I got that. I got that shit.
I
got that shit.
I got tech. She got the lying.
And I
Then
have an axe.
Okay, well, she looks to Stray Justice as like, okay, well, we're gonna put you in a janitor's uniform, and
It counts as technology.
I'll let them explain. But she turns between this charming elf's silver tongue and the rest of you and the Clank. I forget. Are you how obviously machine are you?
My arms and legs obvious. My face mostly a human looking, except for the crack in the center.
Right. So she would probably assume you're a cyborg as opposed to a
Yeah.
yeah. Between this charming elf and their silver tongue and this and your cyborg engineer over there, I'm sure you could pull off the lie at least for a little while. Now you won't have access to the most restricted areas, which are probably where you'll need to get. But I think if you can, once we have you wandering the station, then it's easier to get through one restricted door than 6.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I also can remote access terminals, so that'll be helpful. We can find a janitor's closet or something near the more sensitive areas. Hypothetically, that is.
I'll contact my contacts, and we'll set you up with 5 fake identities. Which, I assume you'll be taking your own ship.
Yeah, we can do that.
We'll need if the ship is delivering new workers, it wouldn't be staying for long, though. I suppose I can
Is
pilot
there
it.
any way your contact could make a big mess, like sabotage something that would need a big cleaning crew?
I could, the whistleblower on the inside. He could probably make something like that happen.
And then maybe we're not the only cleaning crew. We're one of 3, 4, 5 cleaning crews, and we're able to blend in more.
True. But then I feel like they'll be on guard of watching them more intently than like some random IT people and janitors. And plus, also,
Maybe we can have someone distract the people while the rest of the group goes on. Cause a little distraction, you know?
I mean,
I can make a killer sandwich.
wait, that's a distraction?
If you make good enough sandwiches, you could just be like, hey, anyone want a sandwich? Everyone comes to the kitchen, you go free.
Oh, I thought you meant like you give one guy a sandwich. He's like, this is everyone. Great sandwich.
Yeah. or we put something in the sandwich.
Heroin.
That's an option.
If you need heroin, I'm pretty sure I can get you some. Amarillo says.
Wait, what if I just make a bunch of sandwiches with the crack in them?
I'll be so doped up they don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
That costs something. I think honestly we have the best shot with the infiltration with like the jobs, and then like we're not really paying attention too well. We can grab some pigs, get the fuck out, and not risk it too much. Because the big distraction brings attention towards somebody, which we don't want. Because if any of us even assume that we,
but that's why I'm saying like a distraction to get us in there, to give us an excuse to be there. That's what I was kind of pitching.
Well, the excuse for like us working there is us working there.
Yeah.
And it'd be also less on guard for people to take snapshots. The only and if we really want to be more like less suspicious about it too, like we also have one of us sneaking around like not as a person, like going through events.
Yeah, I think go there, be crew of some kind, grabbing what we can. It's probably our best bet.
Good plan.
All right. Is that the plan we're gonna go with?
So wait, we're going to try to go there, make a distraction, and
I don't think I think the distraction thing was too much, and if we need to do a distraction, we can.
okay. So you're saying
Yeah, right.
That's like a plan Z.
Okay, so I'm confused what the plan is. Like, are we doing it the job way, or are we doing the Metal Gear Solid way, or infiltration? Like, we work here now, right?
I think we get the credentials to be a clean crew, an IT crew, a crew of some kind, checking up on something to get us in through the doors, meet the informant, get the information we can from them, get information from around the area we can, sneak it off, and get back here.
Yeah.
All right. Amaral nods and says, "I'll get you those credentials. I'll get you the paperwork. I'll send it over to your ship as soon as I can."
Fun. Is there a dress code?
There will be. I'll provide uniforms as well.
Okay, good.
And I'll make sure one has a tail. And yeah. Amaral will take her leave. All right. The next day, a package is delivered to your ship. In that package is 5 fake IDs, along with all of the accompanying paperwork, birth certificates, and everything. A personal history written out for each of you to memorize, about the character you're playing, uniforms, and a set of orders from the Spacey, the humankind space military, ordering you to report to Research Station 13 for your new assignment as maintenance staff. And
All right.
yeah. And it's a little early on time, but I think that this is actually a pretty natural stopping point. So
Yeah.
I think this is a good place for us to end. Next time, you infiltrate Space Station 13.
I'm just thinking of the freaking Space Station 13 themes.
Just cut off the oxygen of the base. We're good.
I mean,
Oh God,
that's one
we're
way
the
to
Cindy's! No!
Well, we're good. That's good. It works.
That's certainly one way. If you kill everyone, you'll be able to get the evidence really easily. So that's valid. That's a valid strategy. But yeah, that's where we're gonna go ahead and end. That's where we're gonna go ahead and end the game for today. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you everybody for watching. If you want to get caught up on these adventures or other adventures, you can go and check them out on my YouTube channel over there. And follow us on Twitter for all of the updates to all of the things that we do. I forgot to make a macro for Blue Sky, but if you have Blue Sky, you can follow me there as well. There's a link on my Twitter, or not a link, but a picture with my whatever, you know.
They don't
Eh.
like links to that website.
Yeah, they don't like links, but I have a picture on my timeline. You can find it.
They don't like
Um,
links, but they are okay with Zelda.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with that link as well.
Yes.
That link is quite nice. Where was I? I'm distracted now.
I'm sorry.
No. Right. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna raid somebody. It looks like my friend Pan Naps is streaming. I believe that they are so a little more D&D content for us. I believe they are creating a homebrew witch class for 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. So, let's go check that out. That sounds like fun. Let's go ahead and start the raid. And, yeah. So, my next stream will be tomorrow. I'm going to start playing Kirby and the Forgotten Lands. I'm super excited to play it. I don't know why I didn't play it when it first came out. I was busy, I guess. But I'm going to be playing that on stream tomorrow night at 11:30 EST. And yeah, and the next D&D stream will be this game in 2 weeks. I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.
See you around. Bye.
So long, farewell, I'll be saying goodbye.
Bye.